There's 3 R's we're gonna talk about today. You gotta learn to reduce, reuse, recycle.
Trash for Teaching is an avenue for children to be learning in a really non-traditional way with a lot of exciting and innovative materials.
We're doing environmental awareness through art education.
We're trying to get students to rethink what are normal art materials. Children think that art is something you go to like the school supplies aisle at a store and you're buying crayons and paint and construction paper and pencils and then that's it. But we're saying scratch that and think about everything at hand as being an art material.
Today we all throw stuff away. I mean, everything we throw away. So it's a great lesson for the kids because reuse to them is like a new concept.
Until you see it, until you experience it, you really don't understand what neat for art means. And then you don't see the possibilities until the truck actually gets here.
What are we going to do today? Art! We're going to start an art project. Very good.
Before they even get to see the materials, we sort of just talk a little bit about what is trash.
Now, does anyone know what reusing means?
Reuse it again.
Excellent! To use it again. So everything that we see in the truck is somebody else's trash. That means someone else decided that they didn't want it anymore. This is one thing that we have on the truck. This is something that somebody else threw away. Now, who knows what this is? A tire. Good. What else?
Our school's been generous with paper and paint and that kind of stuff, but we don't get really cool stuff like this stuff. Yeah. Right, this is cool.
Reduce, reuse,
You are
recycle.
all gonna get a bag like this, okay? And you have to fill your bag up.
Whoa.
The kids are going through the truck and you see them just doing stuff naturally.
I want one of those.
You want some?
The materials become the lesson themselves.
It's been delightful to see the kinds of really unusual, out-of-the-box things that they've come up with. This is an awesome resource.
This is like a polar bear.
I'd never heard of it before, and they came with a truck. It was wonderful. The kids got to go around with their little bags and collect goodies, and it was like treasures, little jewels. They fell on the supplies like locusts, like they'd never seen this stuff before.
Are you guys, make sure you get all your stuff back.
And I think it's making them think about things in a different way and looking at materials in a different way instead of just trashing them and throwing them away, is reusing them.
My husband started by dumpster diving, basically, just looking around the manufacturers in our general area and seeing who had interesting trash.
We started finding incredible materials that, you know, people are just throwing in the trash. Every once in a while I'd get like caught dumpster diving, you know, taking their trash. So it was, and I got in a little bit of trouble. Eventually we felt we had to start asking people if they'd save their trash for us.
Once they understand what it is, they think it's a phenomenal idea and they love it and they jump right on board. I couldn't even possibly take all that they throw away, and I could still get on a daily basis a huge bin of any one of these things.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Spectrotech Technologies is a manufacturer of holographic film. Our partnership with Trash for Teaching has gone on for over 3 years. Normally our trash output can be in the tens of thousands of pounds per week. So to even make a dent in that is phenomenal in my eyes.
The Mylar was a perfect example. You know, they have a 60-inch roll. They slit down because the customer wants 54 inches. They really can't ever get rid of all of those pieces that have been cut off. So that's for me.
We diverted somewhere between 15 and 20 tons of material this year.
You gotta learn to reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
So we're looking at Eric's drawing here, and what's his drawing?
A giraffe.
Very good. Okay, so let's look at all the different major body parts here and think about how we can pick materials. Now, what could we use for the neck? What shape is that neck?
Yeah.
We really try and include the classroom teacher at the school in that process as well, so through the teacher this process can live on.
My worm is beautiful. He got baby worms.
That's his head? This is his head. And that's his tongue? Artist's tongue? We have your artwork out, and we've invited people to come and see your artwork.
We really try to get our students to think really hard about what they've done, why they've done it, where did these things come from, so they all get a chance to, you know, talk about what they did.
Why does it have hearts? Because it looks pretty with them.
cost of running the program is actually fairly inexpensive from a material standpoint. So, you know, the big expense becomes, you know, our basically delivering materials to schools and the cost of our educators. We're really teaching the teachers how to teach art. Trucks become an added cost, but the power of what that brings to these programs is incredible. I mean, it changes the dynamic completely. By making the materials more accessible to teachers, they're just so much more involved with them. Our goal is to go out and find folks that have an interest in environmental or art or educational. Once we find those folks that want to raise their hand and help, then, you know, we'll try to find a way to network their resources to start to build, you know, sort of a Friends of Trash for Teaching.
I learned about that you can make anything out of stuff instead of throwing it away.
Think you might grow up and be an artist?
Yeah. I would like to make a dinosaur. You're the creator of this? Yeah, I'm the creator.
We're helping these kids become artists. At the same time, we're exposing them to the idea of reuse. They become little environmental stewards.
It's piling up, it's too much. It's piling up, so what you gonna do? Reduce. How many things you use? Reuse all things, just make them new. Recycle, dude, it's so easy to do. Reduce, reuse, recycle, ooh, reduce. How many things you use?